So, to, everyone take a seat because today is your wake up call. What are we being woken up to exactly, though? Today, we're going to be talking about homelessness. Homelessness is a huge problem in Council Bluffs, the entire country, and has even become a global problem. But I know what you're thinking. Why should I care about a bunch of bums on the street? Well, according to some research, crime rates actually go down when there's less of these people on the streets. Because, as everyone has probably heard from somewhere or another, a lot of people do desperate things when they are in situations like this. But, you know, that's a bold statement. So let's take a look at some of our sources. According to PubMed, the crime rate in populations with lower amounts of homeless people have the crime rate is 35% less when there is not homeless people compared to when there is. And when it comes to violent crimes, it is 40% less when there's not people living on the streets as much. But I know what you're saying. Why should I care about that? That's not my problem. So let's talk about something that may impact you a little bit more, which is economics. Bringing these guys off the streets and putting them in a place where they can actually work would help the economy. I know that's a bold statement again, but having these people with the ability to work would give businesses more employees, making it so they don't have to raise their wages and raise their prices, which sounds nice, right? Less, you have to spend less money to get the stuff from the grocery store because the grocery store doesn't have to pay as much because they have the people they need. But let's talk about something. Um, but our last big point about why we need to get these people off the street is it just make the city a better place to live, which you can probably guess why with the points that we just went over. Less crime, and just it's better to not see these people cluttering the streets with tents and stuff when they can just have a house somewhere. But I know what you're thinking. How would I be able to do anything even if I did want to help? Well, a lot of these places that help these people do donations and stuff to help support them, like food banks. Um, I had a few other examples, but my point being, there's a lot of places that try to help. In Council Bluffs, there are 20 different places that that are trying to help these people find homes. But then why there's so many people on the streets? That is because a lot of these places are completely full. Some people get on waiting lists for years trying to get into these places because the amount of homeless people in the area. And And then other places, the management is so bad that some people would rather live on the streets than inside of some of these places. But the most thing we can do to help these people is help support the people that are doing this and doing it well, like places you see here, where they have places to sleep without people that ruin that space for them. And you can support them by donating money, food, and time. And, sorry, I should have looked over it more before I start. Is it too late to start over? I feel like it's too late to start over, but with 20 different places for these people to go, why is there so many people on the streets? You may be asking. Well, according to many reviews of the people that have gone to these places, a big problem is management or just not having enough space for the amount of homeless people in the area. Some people have got on a waiting list for literal years trying to get to these places. And then the other problem is just transportation. A lot of these people, if they don't have a home, they probably don't have a car to get to these places. But I know what you're asking. How can I help these people? Well, a big way to help these people is finding some of the places that do good and do it well, and donating food, time, money, anything to help these people be able to get back on their feet. But I know that's not to take in, so let's do a little recap before we go. Homelessness is a big problem, and it can be helped by getting these people off the streets. It's a big problem because it increases crime rate. It it would help economics if these people weren't on the street, and it just makes our city look better not having these people on the streets. And we can help decrease this by helping the people who are trying to get these people off the streets.